that everything's working as intended. Nothing was on fire. We had no real issues to speak of. It was smooth sailing, which is a testament to the policies and the procedures and the team and the stuff that we've been building for the last 15, 16 months now. And so that was great because, 2 years ago, we couldn't say the same thing. 2 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to yet another CHE recap. This time, we're in Miami, so watch out. Anyway, so we are half of CHE. We were in Miami, but we were in the airport. It's not really Miami. It's like it's a liminal place.
International zone.
It's a liminal place. That's a dictionary word for you all. Anyway, we are half of CHG. Got Igor Hernandez, Cam Cornish here, and we're your
important half.
The important half, yeah. The brains behind the brawn, so to speak.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are your South Florida personal injury law firm, and we're here doing our weekly recap in which we recap our weeks. So without further ado, Cam Cornish, what did you do this past week, man? Well, thanks for asking. We went to the desert, to the hottest place I think I've ever been. We went to Palm Springs, California, and god damn, it was hot. It was like 115 degrees during the day, 100 degrees at night, 85 degrees inside with air conditioning. It was rough. People talk about, oh, I like dry heat more than humid heat. Meh. No, you don't. Anyway, so we did that. We were there for the HTM LQM where they tried to teach us some stuff. Which was all right, but it was just good to be around a lot of entrepreneurs who got ideas. And, when you're around people who are doing some stuff, you start thinking the same way, whether it's for good or bad. So it's good to surround yourself with good people. And then I've been just this whole week, I truly don't even remember what I've done. I'm sure I've done some legal stuff. I've done a lot of marketing stuff, and I've been running on like somewhere between 6 and 7 hours of sleep each night, which for some people is enough. For Papa, it's not. So I'm looking forward to going to sleep early tonight and getting some more sleep. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically what I did this week. Reacclimating myself to the East Coast. Igor Hernandez, what'd you get done this week, man?
In case you didn't know, Cam needs 12 to 14 hours of sleep every day.
I'm like a cat.
Which leaves him about 8 hours to 10 hours to work. And just got to take care of the kids and the family and cook and stuff like that. So he works on average of about an hour and a half every day.
But a quality hour and a half. You ain't never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. Or that's what he says. But man, this week's been a short week for me. I was supposed to come in on Monday night, but my flight got delayed out of Palm Springs. And one thing I learned is that you should not be flying out of small airports. Because if your flight gets delayed from the small airport to the hub, there's really no other flights that are going to get you where you need to go in any reasonable time. So there was really only one flight. Then they tried to get me on a different airline to fly out to Denver, and then from Denver to fly out to Miami. And then when I go over there to check in, they're like, oh, there's no more seats. So basically, I couldn't go on the Denver flight. And so I had to go back to the original flight and go out to, which was to Dallas, and go out to Dallas and then spend the night in Dallas. And then I flew out the next day. And yeah, it wasn't cool. So if I had flown out of a hub, like if I was flying out of Dallas, for example,
or LA,
it was like they had an 8:45 flight and a 9:30 and like a 10:30, and there was like 27 flights on that day. So if one was delayed or whatever, they could have just moved me to a different flight. But that's not what happened. So now I know I'm not flying out from small airports anymore. And by the way, this fucking place was in the desert and the airport was outdoors. So, I don't understand. I really don't know what was happening. I tried not to ask too many questions. The people at the front desk were very nice, though. They were cool, and they were trying to make the best of it, and so that was positive. But otherwise, basically wasted the entire day over there, so I came in like a day late. Cool thing about it, so I got stuck with a few other people from the group from How to Manage, and so we all ended up having to stay over in Dallas, and we made the best of it. We hung out for a bit. We had dinner, and it was otherwise enjoyable experience, so that was fine. And then I came here, did some legal work. I had meetings with my people just to kind of see how everything was. It was good to see that everything's working as intended. Nothing was on fire. We had no real issues to speak of. It was smooth sailing, which is a testament to the policies and the procedures and the team and the stuff that we've been building for the last 15, 16 months now. And so that was great because, 2 years ago, we couldn't say the same thing. 2 years ago, if we were away for any significant period of time, we'd be very worried that anything was happening back home and that the work was continuing to be done. So
we're going to work to make it 30 days.
Yeah.
No access.
Yeah, so that was great. And that's pretty much it. Oh, dry heat. So I'm one of those people that prefers dry heat. The problem is...
You like that dry heat?
Yeah, I didn't mind it outside necessarily. The problem was inside, there was AC. And one of the things that AC is supposed to do is supposed to control the humidity. So if the air is too dry, it's supposed to make it more humid. If the air is too humid, it's supposed to make it more dry. So what happens is, if you have AC in a place that's like 120 degrees and the AC is not good enough to cool down to a reasonable reasonable temperature. So you're running at like 90 degrees indoors. Now what you've done is you've built some humidity into what's supposed to be dry heat, and now you're like at a cool 90 degrees with like 60% humidity or whatever. And so that was what was happening inside the hotel pretty much all day, every day. So that was pretty atrocious. But otherwise,
That's a lot of science. Let's just say it was hot as hell.
yeah, definitely the hottest place that I've ever been to. And I don't necessarily intend to go back. So yeah, that's that.
I got one more thing. So I know everybody's following the book club very closely, because why wouldn't you? And I just wanted to let you know that maybe this book is going to join the book club. Seneca Letters from the Stoic. If you know, you know. But anyway, with that being said,
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice drink, by the way.
Thank you.
Nice drink.
Some weird
Salute.
order for me.